Man, I knew I slept about at least 8 hours. That was my alarm clock. Alarm clock. Beat my morning alarm clock. Good morning, man. Good morning, I guess, right? Another day in paradise. Another day in the rat race. Oh man, we are living in a rat race, bro. Oh, what's up with it? You know, man, chasing the bag is lifelong, bro. It's a lifelong journey. It's like you never stop. You chase it and you chase it until you can't chase it no more, man. A lifelong journey. Somebody said that I have a deadline, when you're supposed to get the bag. And I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, as long as as long as I don't have it, I'll keep on chasing it until I get it. You feel me? As long as I don't have it, I'll keep chasing that shit, bro. You feel me? Because I don't have it yet. That means if I don't get it, I'm going to be broke forever. You feel me? I'll forever suffer in this dating market, bro. I'll never have a good life if I just give up. If I just give up chasing the bag, I'll never have a good life. I would never ever, see the life that I have always wanted. Looking at this Diddy trial with Cassie and all that other stuff, I see the life that they living, man. I want a piece of that life. You feel me? I don't have to live as rich as Diddy was, but I don't have to live as rich as Diddy was living, but I want a piece of that life where I could go to Mexico and party, with some big booty chicks. You feel what I'm saying? Or go to Thailand and relax and have plenty of options when it comes to females. You feel me? I want a piece of that action. You feel me? So that's why I fight every single day to make sure that shit happens, man. And I'm not gonna quit until I get it. Simple as that. Chasing the bag is lifelong, bro. You never give up chasing the bag. Because let me tell you something. If you give up, you'll never see that life. It's got to be a fucking addiction, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You got to be addicted to chasing the bag and addicted to having the bag. You feel me? You got to be addicted to it. You feel me? So you gotta make sure you on that path for the bag, man, because if you don't, you're gonna suffer for the rest of your life. Like I said, suffering is supposed to be only a portion of your life, man. It ain't supposed to be your whole entire life. So I keep chasing the bag so someday in the future I can live good. You feel me? I'm looking at Diddy and Cassie, how they partied. You know, they were saying that Cassie was addicted to the money. She was addicted to the bag, bro. That's the reason why she stayed for 10 years. You know, having the bag was like an addiction. You know, she was addicted to the drugs. She was addicted to the sex with the male prostitutes, the male escorts and stuff. She was addicted to the lifestyle, bro. That's why she stayed with Diddy for so long. Who wouldn't want to be, I mean, goddamn, bro. Like, who wouldn't want that lifestyle, bro? Being rich. Like a fucking king, bro. I do. You know, I want to be rich like a prince. I don't have to be rich like a king, but I could be rich like a prince. I just want a piece of that lifestyle that they had, bro. Just a piece. And that's why I'm chasing the bag every single day. So I can have a piece of that lifestyle, you feel me? And once I get the bag, I'm gonna poof and vanish like a ghost, bro. I'm gonna vanish like a ghost, you feel me? You ain't gonna see me no more. And all you're gonna remember, like, damn, Hellcat, he chased that bag all the way to the end, bro. He never gave up. He never quit. He said, I'm not gonna live like this for the rest of my life. He said, man, forget about living like a peasant for the rest of his life. He chased that bag all the way to the end, bro. You know, he chased that bag all the way to the end. He never gave up. You feel me? And he kept on chasing. He kept on chasing. He kept chasing. He kept chasing. And he never gave up. He just kept on going. Day after day, year after year. I've been on this bag chase for 5 years, bro. I ain't giving up. I got lucky once. It wasn't all that much. But that let me know that luck does exist. You feel what I'm saying? The luck is there, you know. You gotta keep on going. You gotta stumble upon it. You feel me? The luck is there. And you can never give up. If you do, all hope will be lost, man. For what I'm saying? It's a lifelong journey, bro. You know? Chasing the bag is a lifelong journey. Because you see how well people are living when they got it, man. They eating lobster, steak, and shrimp whenever they feel like it. They coming and going whenever they feel like it. They ain't tied down to no 9 to 5 job, clocking in and clocking out. You know, there's some bad things about everything. You feel me? There's some bad things about everything, man. Everything ain't all good, man. You know? So that's what you do, man. You keep chasing this bag until you get it into the palm of your hands. You feel what I'm saying? Man, we're talking about exotic vacations, partying. Man, they said that Diddy had it all, bro. He was rich like a motherfucker. You know, he was rich like a king, bro. That's I'm looking at videos about this shit, bro. I gotta put this in my backpack. Because, no. Think about it, how long Diddy was on the grind, man. He was in music for 30 years, bro. He was chasing that bag for 30 years, bro. And he had some success too, you know. But think about it. He was in the 90s doing music. I think he started in the late 80s or something, or early 90s. He started in the early 90s making music. And then he went through the 90s. Then he went through the 2000 and the hell on my face. You know, he went in the beginning of the 2000s. You know, with hot music and shit, with Press Play, that album. So Diddy was grinding for years on that music grind, bro. Like, you guys, like, it's so hard to generate wealth and to get wealth, man. Like, you have to be on the grind every single day of your life. Think about how long Diddy. Something in my nose is wet. Something in my nose, man, or something. Think about how long he was on the ground with that music, bro. I mean, for years he was doing that, bro. See, I told you that that's a lifelong thing, bro. You feel what I'm saying? He went through the 90s. He went through the early 2000s on the grind, bro. You know, of course, he ain't produced nothing in a minute, a hot song in a minute. He don't need to do that no more. He already laid the foundation, you know, throughout his 20s and 30s. And now he in his 50s. Even though he went through that lawsuit and trial and all that stuff, he's still rich. He just ain't as rich as he was before the trial. But my thing is, I paid attention how long to that. I paid attention to that how long that motherfucker was on the grind, though. I paid attention to how long he was on that grind. We talking about well over 20 years. He kept chasing the bag. Even though he was getting bags, but he still kept chasing. He kept making investments and stuff. You know, he would like get money and invest. Be like, oh, I want to invest in some alcohol, bro. How about some rock? I'm gonna invest my money in some rock, a clothing line. You birds are ready to be fed. They got we got seagulls over here just waiting to be fed right now. All right, yeah. Sorry guys, I don't have any food with me. It's too early to have food on me right now. Catch me later on. But like I said, man, he was on that grind for years, bro. Like it takes time to build a comfortable foundation financially. You feel what I'm saying? It takes years. You guys don't understand the grind is crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Making all the right decisions, having a little bit of luck, you know what I'm saying? Here and there when you keep trying. Like I said, man, when you keep trying, you bump into the luck, man. You feel me? When you keep trying, you bump into the luck. You keep on trying, you bump into the luck. You know what I'm saying? You don't give up. You know. Never give up. You know? Man, that'd be nice to be having, man, living the life like a king, bro. That's why we chase it for so long, man. Like, look, man, we'll never see that mountain of gold, man, if we just give up. You know what I'm saying? We'll never see, you know, the life that we always have wanted, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Never, never, ever. We'll never see that life. You feel me? So chasing the bag is lifelong, bro. It's something that you got to commit to for years at a time, man. Because eventually, me, Kelcat, I'm going to hit that jackpot eventually, down the stretch. You feel me? I'm going to hit that jackpot down the stretch. You know, I'm going to hit it. And I'm going to live like a king afterwards. And I'm going to hit it again. You know, when I was in my 30s, I used to work for this security company. And I worked at a casino, right? And there was this small Asian chick. She was always gambling, always at the table, playing poker and shit, right? And, you know, one day, she kept on going, like a couple of years went by. I think I worked there for like 2 years, I think, or 3 years, something like that. But I noticed that there was this little Asian girl who was going to the casino on a regular. She must have hit a jackpot of $80,000 in that casino, bro. Man, I saw her pull up in a brand new car and everything, bro. She took that 80 grand, and of course she bought a brand new car and shit. But she kept on playing though. And then she won another 80 grand a few months later. You know what I'm saying? So she was on that grind for a minute. But then her luck turned around. You feel what I'm saying? Because she kept trying. See, when you keep trying with anything, music industry, tech industry, whatever industry it is, man, when you out there in the midst of everything, when you on the grind, when you constantly trying to get to the higher level, eventually you'll luck up and get to the higher level, bro. Even if it's through hard work or luck, it don't matter. Like, eventually, if you keep trying, you'll get to the next level, man. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. As long as I keep trying, you know, with this watch right here, eventually it's going to be a Rolex. You know, my teeth going to be on gleam. Going to be gleamy, pearly white. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been on the grind, man. I've been on the paper chase. You feel me? And that's what you got to do, bro. The paper chase is real. And you gotta act like it, bro. You feel me? Like everything is riding on me, man. I mean, my other family members, they could care less about the bag. But I'm a different animal, bro. I think the bag is everything to me, man. I don't have if I don't have the bag, I don't have a life. Fuck you. If I don't got a bag, I don't have a life. I tell motherfuckers straight up. If I ain't got a bag, I ain't got a life, nigga. Just like that. Cause you live poor, man. That's a terrible way to live. To be always living poor your whole entire life, bro. That's like torture to me, bro. That's why I stopped chasing women. I stopped having sex. I ain't had sex in 2 years. I could go out and get me a sub-5 woman to have sex with. That's an easy thing to do. But that's, to me, that's horrible sex. That's not a good experience to be with a below average looking woman. You know, having sex with a below average looking woman. You feel me? To me, that's terrible sex. I mean, my dick won't even rise up, man. When I was trying to have, I can't even talk right now. It's too early. When I was trying to have sex with sub-5 stalker, my motherfucking dick would not get up whatsoever, bro. My dick was like, stop playing, bro. Nah, man, chase that bag so we can have some good sex. You know, to me, that's bad experience sex, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's bad experience. I mean, that's a bad experience. Like, a woman that I don't desire, as skinny as sub-5 stalker was, bro. I seen how skinny she was, bro. When she took off her clothes on that rooftop, and she had her pants down, she didn't have no ass at all. Zero ass, bro. Like zero curves. And I was like, damn, is that what I'm worth, bro? A woman with no curves? Really? Women's supposed to be curvy, bro. I like some ass. You know, and she didn't have it, bro. She's not my type. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I fight every single day. Chasing that bag every single day of my life. Every single day of my life. Chasing that bag. So I can have the big booty women I have always dreamed about and keep them around too. You know? Because every single female that had a big booty, I couldn't keep them for very long, man. Competition is fierce. Even if her face is just average looking or whatever, or even below average looking. Competition is fierce for that booty, for that big booty. That's why you gotta have a lot of money. So that way, even if you lose a girlfriend to a rich man or whatever, you can always get another one really quickly. That's the position I want to be in, bro. I want to be in a position where, you know, I got control, and I'm controlling things, and I'm controlling the female, man, with the lifestyle. You see, Diddy, he controlled Cassie with that lifestyle. She wouldn't have never gave him a chance, bro, if he was a broke man. But since he had the bag, you know, he controlled her mind, bro. He controlled her. That's in the position I want to be in. I want dominance. I want control. I want to rule over females, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be at the bottom scraping for scraps. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to be a bottom feeder for the rest of my life. You know, fuck all that, bro. You know. But the one thing about the bag, bro, it'll give you security, man. It's a fucking security blanket, bro. You feel me? And I want it. That's why we keep chasing until we get it, bro. I ain't gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop. Just like Diddy said, won't stop, will not stop. Not gonna stop. Keep on going until we get that bag. You feel me? Anyway, I gotta go up in here, man. Just wanted to make that video real quick. I think I'm gonna get me a cheese bagel, a cream cheese bagel this morning. This will be the second one of the week. Yep. This will be my last cream cheese bagel of the week. I won't have another cream cheese bagel until Monday. You guys have a good day. Peace out, take care, and bless. I'll be back on after I leave Starbucks. You know how I do it, baby. You feel me? I'm out.